Hi there, we are finishing our house group series, Tough Questions. Tonight's topic that we asked people was the topic of, does science contradict the Bible, and how does that all work out? So here's what we found out. How do you think the Bible fits with, say, science? Like, some people say that, well, they don't go together. Like, their science is here and the Bible's here and they can't go together. What would you say to that?
Well, I think the Bible is about theology, and there's some things that relate to the earth and natural life and stuff, but it's not meant to be a science book. So I think the church has kind of alienated a lot of people by being kind of stupid about saying this is the way it is. Like Galileo, okay, so the earth is the center of the universe, and that's the Christian view. Kind of lost a little credibility there.
I feel you. Good call, Marie. How do you think the Bible jives with, like, science? Do you think science contradicts it? Do you think they work together, or what would you say?
I think it's all in how you read it.
Okay. So, like, you could read it and it could go with science, or?
If you didn't take it literally, I suppose it could.
Okay. So just because you believe something scientifically, you wouldn't have to, like, stop reading the Bible?
No.
How do you think that the Bible, like, the truth of that, like, fits with science? You know, sometimes people say, like, oh, that doesn't, like, go together with science. Like, how do you think that works out? Or even, like, miracles. Like, you know, people say that, well, a miracle can't work because of science. Like, how do you put those two together as a Christian?
As a Christian, I obviously have struggled with this, especially a Christian who's pursuing an education. But I would say that that the science that we learn was created by God, and we're just, as we learn more about science, we're learning more about how God created the world. And so I think that as you get deeper into science, I almost feel like it would reveal more about God's character, and it would make you more inclined to think that God existed rather than the opposite.
How do you think the Bible lines up with, like, science? Do you think that...
Well, the Bible was written, 2,000 years ago. It looks at the world from their perspective, so, we shouldn't... It looks at the world like how they saw the world back then, not how we see it today. So to try to draw any conclusions about how the world is, how we see it today from that, is erroneous in my view.
How does, like, the Bible line up with, like, science? Is there a place where, like, science ever contradicts the Bible, or how does that work together?
I think it lines up. I mean, I think when people have theories, which is different from laws, it's not considered, like, the whole, like, evolution theory. You can't take that in consideration that that's truth because it's a theory. And I'm a bio major personally, so I believe in God and the Bible, completely true, but then everything I learned in science class, I believe that's true too. So I think you can believe in both.
Okay.